Many thanks for staying with us. Residents along Kenya's coastal shoreline are conserving coral reefs and mangroves as communities become aware of the new benefits of protecting marine life. Corals help harbor fish and also attract tourists each year, while cultivating mangrove forests is helping residents earn carbon credits from international buyers who pay for carbon storage. Fishermen and other residents in Wasini Island hope that they can replace destroyed coral reefs with new ones to help harbor fish and draw hundreds of thousands of tourists who come to visit Kenya's coast each year. The project was started in 2014, and the fishermen were later trained by conservationists on how to cultivate the coral gardens. Boat operators help fund the program, while divers go down on the ocean floor to cement the corals in place.
The coral has already improved our livelihood here in Wasini Island. It has made the island famous by making it a tourist attraction.
About 20 kilometers away, another project at Gazi Bay has also seen residents get cash payments for keeping mangrove trees for carbon storage. Communities measure the size of the trees in each plot and calculate their rate of growth to come up with a figure for their carbon storage capacity and to generate carbon credits.
Here in Gazi, we get 1.5 tons per hectare. That is a carbon stored below ground. And if you add the one which is stored above ground, which is up to 500, you are talking about 2,000 tons of carbon in the system.
Residents who are protecting and replanting mangroves on over 100 hectares are now selling 3,000 tons of carbon credits a year to international buyers for about $5 to $6 a ton. The money goes into financing more forest protection and restoration and to community-chosen projects.
In the last 100 years, we've lost at least 1/3 of the world's mangrove forests. They're being lost at a rate at 3 to 5 times higher than average deforestation rates of other forests. So these are very vulnerable ecosystems.
Under the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, Kenya has committed to reducing emissions of climate-changing gases by 30% by 2030. 3 music students from South Africa's School of Motion Picture, Medium and Live performance talk about their past 3 years at the institution and how they are preparing to build careers in their respective countries. Many from the school go on to find success, but the tough world of the creative business back home means only some are able to make it.
24-year-old Malawian music student George Kalukusha is a gifted guitar player. He is preparing for a live show at South Africa's School of Motion Picture Medium and Live Performance, where he has been studying music for the last 3 years. Inspired by music greats like Zimbabwe's Oliver Mtukudzi and Senegal's Baaba Maal, Kalukusha says he wants to be the next big thing in Malawi when he returns. He is already working on his first album titled Journey.
The songs from the album must go in conjunction with the school project because it's all about my musical journey, how things have changed over time, and now my exploration has become more Afrocentric. So the songs from the album are going to reflect that more than any other thing that I've done so far.
South Africa's arts education programs have long been a draw for students from across the continent, where careers in areas like music do not draw the massive investment seen, especially in the nurturing stage. While there are many success stories, most young people have to find their own way in the industry, relying mostly on mentors and the experiences of those that have gone before them. The Africa School of Motion Picture Medium and Live Performance offers programs that teach not only the art itself, but how to make it a viable business. Africa's economies look to investing in commodities, infrastructure and farming, and one industry that still remains neglected is the arts. A UN report on the potential of the creative economy in 2010 shows the arts can be a powerful component of economic growth and job creation, but developing countries have been unable to effectively tap into it. 22-year-old Unity Macheng started writing songs when she was 12. She says she grew up surrounded by music but got a real taste of the business when she came to South Africa. Macheng says the training will come in handy because her tastes in music are mostly alternative.
I'm a mix of indie, soul, house, but I would just say soul because that kind of umbrellas each of them. So I love indie. Normally my writing will, whether I try or not, will turn into an indie song, but soul as well. I love jazz and house. So those are my main writing styles. But I listen to everything. I listen to anything from like jazz to hip hop, to old soul, neo soul, anything.
We spend a little bit of time in the beginning just getting everybody onto an equal footing because we are studying music, so there is a bit of classroom activity. There's obviously a lot of practical work as well. Like I mentioned before, there's the vocal training, teaching them how to move on stage. We do music production, producing music with software in the studio, recording. Also, there's a whole business and entrepreneurship component. Obviously, these students are developing their brand around a particular target market. So we train them and we help develop that with them.
Most of the students that come here go home enthusiastic about a career in music, but not all of them will make it, even with the training. Macheng might be lucky. Botswana held an international music conference in November to discuss how to harness the art form as a business and promote it as a component of entertainment tourism. A housemate, Kenyan music student Andrew Agango, says he is looking to create new opportunities in his country.
Trying to reinvent the Kenyan music sound and jazz and try collaborate both of them because the Kenyan music sound keeps changing over and over. So right now that's where I'm at musically. And
most students will have an album ready by the time they graduate from the school. That is steps ahead compared to struggling artists, most of them trying to find studio time. But if there is enough attention paid to the arts, then investment could level out the playing field for those that have the talent and the commitment to succeed.
And staying in South Africa, one of the world's oldest and most complete skeletons has been unveiled in Johannesburg today. South African scientists who have spent 20 years excavating and preparing Littlefoot say the fossilized remains are more than 3 million years old. She's small, ape-like and almost completely intact. Scientists have been carefully extracting her from a block of ancient rock over the course of 2 decades. And now Littlefoot is unbound, reassembled and anxious to shake up our understanding of the human origins. Her exact age has been hotly disputed, but her handlers insist that she's 3.67 million years old. Littlefoot was found in a network of caves northwest of Johannesburg, and that's a site that has become something of a treasure trove for scientists, more used to drawing big conclusions from far smaller fragments of ancient bone. And that's our program today. Thank you for watching. I am Bisi Adebayo.